I'll make that motion.
Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, that was seconded by Emily. Alicia.
Thank you, Stephanie, and thank you, Linda and Sarah, for putting this agenda together and for aggressively coming up with some action items for us to move on at the committee table. My day started at 4:30, so I'm actually going to read a little bit from some notes I jotted down throughout this meeting. But I think that the data sharing is a good opportunity for me to address this. And it's sort of woven into the anti-racism work that we're doing as well. But I just have to talk about something that's been bothering me for a while, and this meeting sort of presented itself at this meeting as well. This committee has experienced a lot of pushback from well-intentioned parents who I think consider themselves to be opposed to racism. We heard from some of them tonight. They don't want racism to persist in our community, but when presented with data that indicates that the DLI program is harming vulnerable students and creating segregation within our elementary schools, we received a lot of pushback from parents framing our efforts to create equity within our elementary schools as taking something away from their child. And I think that this is precisely how systems of oppression persist when folks, well-meaning folks who are, opposed to racism have a hard time identifying their privilege. And when asked to give up some of their privilege, it's too uncomfortable for them to bear. They deflect it. They start to poke holes in the data that we're presenting and create scapegoats, straw man arguments. And I think that we as a community have to do better. I'm certainly not perfect, and I've learned a lot tonight just listening to community members. And I think that it's imperative for all of us to do that. And so I'm asking DLI parents to do something that I too am stepping up to the plate to do myself. And I think that we're all on the right track as a committee to sort of have these uncomfortable conversations, and I'm hoping that our community members can as well. And that's it.
Thank you. Sarah?
100% what Alicia said. We cannot look away from systems of oppression when it's convenient. For example, our child being in a DLI program. We know that we need to do better. We're trying to do better around the lottery system, et cetera, to ensure that we're not essentially resegregating our schools with the DLI program. So thank you, Alicia. That really spoke to me. I just want to point out, like, in this agenda item, we're laying out a couple of starting points: workforce, including coaches, discipline, all incidents, all grade levels, programs, AP, honors, DLI. My understanding is those are starting points that'll be in a public-facing data interface, so that, as was said earlier, you can sort of public community members, school community members, anyone could easily access and sort of have good analysis